Hey y'all, this is Santasha. So today I'm finally going to make my very own leave-in conditioner. I've done a lot of research and kind of watched a whole lot of YouTube videos. So what I'm basically doing is taking the recipes that I've seen online and kind of tweaking it and adding just a little bit of my own stuff to it. What you're going to need is your blender. You can get one of these from Walmart, Target, anywhere like that. Then to put your conditioner into, and I'm actually going to pour mine back into one of my favorite store-bought leave-in conditioner, which is the Giovanni. I'm going to pour it back into this container. You're going to need your BTMS 50, cetyl alcohol, distilled water. The aloe vera juice is actually optional. We're going to use 6 ounces of water, but I'm going to tweak mine a little bit and add some aloe vera juice. And then you're going to need some of your favorite oils, or whatever oils you think that are best for your hair, or if you're doing like me, whatever oils you've seen in other YouTube videos that people use, or what other oils you've seen in your favorite products. You're going to use 4 tablespoons of oils. You can use more if you like, or if you think your hair needs more, but for the minimum, I'm going to start out with 4. Black castor oil. Of course, you know you can always use plain old castor oil, whichever one you choose. We're just going to use 1 tablespoonful of this of a castor oil. And like I said, my favorite products, this one, I like to co-wash with, has avocado. It's Natty Moist, which I like to use to style my hair and to co-wash it sometimes too. Has avocado oil. And like I said, you use 4 tablespoons of oil. You can use a little more, but be careful when you start adding too much oils, because then you have this greasy stuff that you're adding to your hair. So, avocado butter. And I'm going to show you how I like to melt down my avocado butter, shea butter, or any other kind of butter. You know, I know a lot of times when you're watching YouTube videos or when you're reading, people will say to microwave it. But I've read more times that you shouldn't put your butters in the microwave. So I'm going to show you how what I believe is the proper way to melt the butters. I mean, if the microwave is what you got, use what you got, but just be careful, because you kind of take away the healthy properties of the butters when you melt them down in the microwave. It is a preservative. Now, if you choose, get my notes. If you choose not to add a preservative, you just need to refrigerate it. Put it in the refrigerator, and it should last about 2 weeks. But if you choose to try to, make it long lasting, like the bottled products, or like store products, not store products, but mom and pop businesses that you can leave your stuff out for months at a time. If you choose to do that, then you're going to need to add a preservative. Now, there are natural preservatives, which is this polysorbate 80. Yeah, polysorbate 80. This is just a natural preservative. And you can see I purchased that from brambleberry.com. The derived preservatives, which is this one right here, the Optifin. And we're going to use in preservatives, we're going to use about a 1/4 teaspoon of preservatives. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of your BTMS 50, 2 teaspoons of your cetyl alcohol. You're going to pour it into a bowl. See that in there? Pour it into a bowl, and then you're going to heat it for 2 minutes until it's melted. Oh, also, if y'all notice, I'm doing this in my little natural room. And like I said, my natural room is kind of where I like to do all my stuff. None of this stuff belongs in my kitchen. It all belongs in my natural room. So I'll show y'all the little burner that we're going to use in a minute. And this would be a good idea for college students who are in their room. This little table, I got it from Walmart. It's only this wide. it folds down, it goes up under the bed in the natural room. So you know, when you're making your stuff, you use your little empty space and then you put it back up. And I'll show you the burner. And I also want to point out the pots that I have for my natural room. They're kind of corny but safe. Alright, I'll show y'all that in a minute. Alright, so here's my little kitchen area for my little natural room. This is my little double burner stove, my little microwave, and the refrigerator is a mini refrigerator, and it's right up under there. So it just sits right here. And these pots and pans, what I was telling you about, see how the handles are made kind of like this right here. And if you notice, the small saucepan doesn't even have a handle. It has a removable handle. And if you're interested in getting some of those, Coleman's Family Cook Set. And the reason why I chose that is because, you know, when I'm over here fumbling around, I don't have much room, so I don't want handles in the way. And also I chose it because a double boiler. Now, you know, when you're using the double boiler, usually you take the pot, you sit it inside, and the pots kind of rest on the edge. And double boilers are always big. It seems like they're always this quart size. But what I've discovered is you can use stuff like your Pyrex cups and purchase something like this right here from brambleberry.com. That's where I purchased this from. And it turns any pot or any glass Pyrex bowl into a double boiler, basically. So if you don't want to boil a whole lot, you see how that little pot became a double boiler instantly. So I thought that was very good, low cost, because these pots only cost $28, I believe that was the right price, to melt your butters. So I'm just going to pour some of this water out here, because what you do is you pour the water in there, you sit your little item in there, and you turn your fire on. I feel funny talking to y'all, y'all can't see me. So the proper way that you should melt your butters is to take your and actually kind of boil your butters. But you notice I put the piece down in there, so your other pot or your Pyrex cup won't be on the bottom of the pot that it's inside of. It gives it that bump, you know, like when you got the double boiler, it rests and never touches the bottom. That's the purpose of that metal piece that's in there. So you take your butters and you put it into your cup or your pot, and once that water in there heats up, this begins to melt, and that way you're kind of slowly warming your butter and not giving it those UV rays or whatever the microwave gives the butters. It's not pulling out those properties. So this way your butter still maintain your properties. And we're also going to be heating up our water. The water, remember I said we're going to use 6 ounces of water. We're going to use 6 ounces of water, which is about 3/4 a cup. So because I've seen that some of the better conditioners that I like to use, the aloe vera juice and the aloe vera extract, I'm going to use actual aloe vera juice. So what I'm going to do is take 3 ounces of purified water along with 3 ounces of the aloe vera juice, and I'm going to heat it up. And you need this to be nice and hot, you know, really warm, because when you add it to the BTMS, you want it to be hot. So